Top 10 Essay Topics About Drugs. Policing the drug problem in the United States. This essay studies the approaches and strategies law enforcement agencies use to combat the drug use issue in the U.S. What are the ethical considerations in policing such offenses, and how can police-community relations contribute to successful outcomes? You may highlight the challenges faced by police in detecting, apprehending, and prosecuting drug offenders. Also, research the efforts made to disrupt drug trafficking networks. Should smoking tobacco be classified as an illegal drug? Here, we suggest you discuss the arguments for and against classifying smoking tobacco as an illegal drug. Should there be alternative approaches, such as strict regulations or harm reduction strategies, to address tobacco use? You can analyze the potential benefits and drawbacks of making smoking tobacco illegal, considering aspects like public health outcomes and the effectiveness of prohibition policies. Reasons behind youth's engagement to drug abuse in the 21st century. In this paper, you might investigate the factors contributing to increased drug abuse rates among youth. How can a comprehensive approach involving schools or healthcare providers help mitigate youth drug abuse? What are the challenges in implementing effective prevention strategies? Try to investigate the impact of social media and online platforms on youth drug culture and explore the role of prevention programs. Drug Use and Abuse in America, Historical Analysis. Conduct a historical analysis of drug use and abuse in America, exploring critical periods, trends, and policy responses. What lessons can be learned from the past to inform current approaches to drug control and public health interventions? We suggest assessing the evolution of drug use patterns, the emergence of various substances, and the societal perceptions towards drugs over time. Should we have mandatory drug testing for professional athletes? This topic aims to research the arguments for and against mandatory drug testing for professional athletes. How do different governing bodies and organizations approach drug testing, and what are the lessons learned from their experiences? Answer this question by analyzing the potential influence of drug testing on fair competition. Try to dive into the ethical considerations, privacy concerns, and effectiveness of drug testing programs. Drug abuse as a social problem. What are the underlying causes of drug abuse? Answer this question in this paper. We encourage you to examine the factors contributing to drug abuse, socioeconomic disparities, mental health challenges, and societal norms. Next, you may investigate drug abuse as a social issue and discuss its influence on society. Likewise, analyze the consequences of drug abuse, including crime and the strain on social services. Mexican drug war, political, social, and economy damages. Here, we suggest you discuss the origins of the drug war, the involvement of drug cartels, and the government's response to the escalating violence. What are the challenges in addressing this war? How has this conflict affected Mexico's public safety? Try to analyze the situation with human rights violations and the weakening of institutions. Should marijuana drugs be decriminalized? What are the concerns regarding the normalization of marijuana use? To answer this question, you might assess the social or public health outcomes of decriminalization policies in jurisdictions where they have been implemented. Should regulations and public health measures accompany decriminalization? Besides, analyze its benefits, such as reducing drug-related arrests, generating tax revenue, and redirecting law enforcement resources. Drug abuse, awareness amongst the youths. What are the challenges in reaching and engaging young people, and how can innovative strategies be implemented to enhance drug abuse prevention efforts? To answer this question, we advise you to research the risk factors that make young people susceptible to addictions. You may include a need for proper parental guidance or media influence. How can schools and community organizations collaborate to address this issue effectively? Drug abuse and religious spirituality concept. This paper investigates the relationship between drug abuse and religious beliefs. Here, you can analyze the role of faith-based organizations, religious leaders, and spiritual support systems in addressing such issues. What are the ethical considerations between spiritual approaches and evidence-based treatments? How can spiritual principles promote resilience and contribute to individuals overcoming drug addiction?